Is he available or just being friendly? Jared, here's my situation. Met a guy on Bumble in February 2021. We live about 2 hours apart. We texted a lot before meeting and went on a hike for our first quote-unquote date. I remember feeling very comfortable with him and having good conversation on that first meeting, but being unsure if we would see each other again, as he wasn't quite as flirtatious or forward in person. Over the course of the next few months, we continued to text regularly, got together a handful of times, but our different schedules and distance made it difficult. We had multiple conversations about the distance, which he seemed more concerned about than I was at first. Eventually, I decided not to progress things with him romantically for a number of reasons, the biggest one being the distance. On top of that, I was working 6 days a week at a very physically demanding job, and our days off didn't line up, nor did I want to spend my time off driving. The last time I had seen him, we met up at his apartment, and I was surprised to find it was very cluttered and clearly not cleaned often, if ever. He's 28 and extremely disciplined in all other aspects of his life, such as exercise, clean eating, job, working on creative projects. So I was not expecting him to live in a mess with boxes everywhere, even though he had said he'd been there for 3 years. The apartment was off-putting, and because I was on the fence, I decided we should not move forward. Man, this apartment, it was a cock block.
I mean,
he understood and agreed. I didn't mention my thoughts on his apartment, and we left things sort of open for the future. We continued to keep in touch, texting at least once a week, long messages. He continued to be flirtatious, but I tried not to open that door if I didn't plan to walk through it. In July, I switched jobs, which made my schedule open up quite a bit, and started to think about the possibility of trying to date again. Specifically, this guy. I didn't make plans with him right away since I was busy camping, visiting family, etc. He had a show coming up. He's a musician, and I decided I would go and feel things out. The week before the show, I was getting pretty excited. I checked in with him and could tell there was a shift. I tried to make plans to hang out, which led to him telling me that he started seeing someone, but always enjoyed my company and was down to hang out. I told him that I still had feelings for him and was hoping for more than friendship, so it wouldn't be best for me to see him anytime soon. We didn't speak after this. I was surprisingly upset, considering we never officially in a relationship and only kissed once. Just before we stopped communicating, he had followed each other on social media. I thought about unfollowing multiple times as I got a little sad every time I saw a post of his, but part of me wanted to keep that easy connection. The other night, him and his band headlined a pretty popular local music venue. I responded to his story to congratulate him. I guess I was testing the waters a bit, if I'm being honest. Screenshots attached. Okay, so let's read the screenshots. I'll be her, you be him. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
That show looked amazing. Congrats on headlining at blank.
Thank you. It was super sick, bro. Sorry. Thank you. It was super sick. Emoji hands. I hope you're doing well. What's that? Whatever that face is.
I am. Thanks. I'll make it out to a show one of these days.
Liked the message. Please do. I would like to see you.
You'll have to keep me posted on what you have coming up.
I will. Dog picture. Shake a lot more than you think.
So then he reacted to her story.
Oh, that's what that is. Yeah.
With heart eyes emojis. And then he reacted to another story asking a question.
Which one is this?
It's Rebel Cold Brew flavor. Super yummy.
Oh, hell yeah. They have some good products.
So good. And then you reacted to his story with a fire emoji.
I reacted to her story. Oh, yeah, with his story with a fire emoji. Yeah.
Okay, so, and then she reacted to his story. Okay, so here are questions. I know this brief interaction could simply be him being friendly. Could it mean more? Yes, I initiated it, but then he later responded to other stories. Would it be presumptuous of me to assume he's single again? Is the ball in his court now? 2, how and should I reach out to him to straight up ask if he's seeing anyone? I don't want to stay in a casual Instagram flirting land. 3, hypothetically, is there a kind of way to get someone you're dating to clean up their place a bit? LOL.
Still thinking about that.
Well, I think she's a little ahead of herself. Since we never actually dated, I don't know if we would make a good match, but I tend to find issues with anyone. I've realized I do this as a way to keep the control in situation. can keep the control in a situation. I'm trying to be more open and vulnerable when it comes to dating. I really did like this person and could see potential for something long term, despite my nitpicking, and was afraid I missed an opportunity. I don't want to do that again. Would really appreciate your advice. What do you think, Dimesh, about this situation? What should she do?
This is where I'd say shoot your shot, be straight up with it, and the way to get him to clean up his apartment is to, after you're done hooking up, like, your place is a mess. You gotta eat it the first time, and then be like, your place is a mess. If you want to keep this going, we gotta clean this shit up. That's what I think.
Nimesh, the apartment. Let me start with the apartment.
I know
the apartment. The apartment's not your problem until it is your problem.
Correct.
Okay. So that is way down the line. It's your problem when you start staying there. You did visit him that one time, but you guys have only kissed. So I would say it's not your problem yet. Forget the apartment. But the more important thing is, I think this is a product of the world, the social media world we live in now.
Yeah.
I think she needs to cut this guy loose. I think he's just based on one thing that happened. He said he has a girlfriend, but he's willing to hang out still.
Yeah.
So he's keeping you along for when you're convenient for him. It takes very little effort to respond to an Instagram story response, to respond to a DM, to be just pleasant. She said something very important at the end of her email. I tend to find issues with anyone. I've realized I do this as a way to keep the control in a situation. I'm trying to be more open and vulnerable when it comes to dating. There's people out there that make these like dating resolutions. I'm trying to be more open. I'm trying to be more vulnerable. And then they go back to the easiest person for them to do that with that never worked out at all. You should try and be open and vulnerable with the next person, with the person that things keep climbing up the mountain. To me, this guy is food that's in the fridge that you are now convincing yourself into eating. I don't see this as a situation for you. You say you don't want casual. Right now, this is casual. This is leading towards casual. He is
flirting.
It's an Instagram flirt. To me, you got to unfollow. You got to unfriend. You got to stop. And it's okay. And for some reason, we have made these former relationships, friends, whatever, our cross to bear that we're the bad guy if we ever unfollow. No, this is for your mental health, for your ability to move forward. You need to let this guy go because you had some good dates. You had some fine times, but you're not looking for fine. You're looking for great for you. And you are avoiding going for great because you're like, well, it's all me. No. It wasn't all you. You had half a connection that never felt right.
Right.
You will be open and vulnerable for the next person that is right.
You haven't.
Don't you think?
You barely kissed this guy, and I sense kind of a little clinginess here, and you got to know that there's tons of other people to follow on Instagram. You know.
Well, she's clinging because this is the one nice person she has to deal with. He's been just nice enough, and she's going, well, if he's nice, then what's wrong with me? Why not take nice? But it's almost like we hold ourselves too accountable. It's like, listen, everyone's nice. Everyone's going to be just nice enough, especially someone who's a little bit lonely. And you both are a little bit lonely. That's why you're dealing with each other. That's why you're messaging. That's why his communication's different now with a girlfriend. He doesn't have enough time. He doesn't have as much time as he did. And he's not as lonely as he was.
Just wait till he becomes a fucking famous musician. And you think you're going to stay in touch. You know what I mean?
But I think this is fool's gold. I think this is a waste of time. And you're doing it because you're doing this like, well, I got to be a better dater. It's like, no, why don't you be a better dater for the fun person you're excited about that's right around the corner? And it's hard to trust that person's right around the corner. I understand that, but they are.
Don't forget to like the video you just watched. I have many more. Subscribe to the channel right now. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, you fool. There's even a bell you can click to. Now you've got your week set Monday through Friday. I'm here for you.